9 years of Jan Dhan Yojana, banking the unbanked. On 28th of August 2014, after coming to power, Prime Minister Modi started a process, and the government started a process of financial inclusion, launched the Jan Dhan Yojana as we see it now, banking the unbanked, ensuring that the direct benefit is transferred directly in the accounts of the people to plug the leakages. How far have we come?
Shweta, I think what is really fascinating in this whole story of Jan Dhan Yojana was this coinage of a term called the Jan Trinity, Jan Dhan Aadhaar Mobile. And I think that's been a fabulous story. We'll come to the data, we'll come to the numbers, but I think it's been a fabulous story when it comes to not just banking the unbanked through Jan Dhan, but also doing a complete KYC using Aadhaar and linking it to a unique mobile number using the mobile penetration or the data penetration that happened in India. So Jan Trinity, I think, has been one of the key success areas of the government over the last 9 years. Let's look at the data. When Jan Dhan Yojana was announced by Prime Minister, and once it took off on 28th of August 2014, in that year we saw, not a small number. We saw about 150 odd million bank accounts get opened. But the criticism back then was about these zero balance accounts open. These zero balance accounts technically meant that you could put in any amount of money, not a minimum threshold required. And yet you saw, while accounts had opened, many of them, as high as 40% of them, actually had zero balances. Money. They had no balances. That figure has come down in percentage and in absolute terms as well. So while the total number of bank accounts has ballooned now to about 500 million, the number of zero balance accounts has halved to about 40 million. So from 80 million zero balance accounts on a base of 150 odd million total Jan Dhan accounts, the number has come to 40 million zero balance accounts on a base of about 500 million. Look at what it does to the overall banking system. Right now, these Jan Dhan accounts, at whatever average balances, hold about 2 trillion rupees, 2 lakh crore rupees in the formal banking ecosystem, which can be deployed for overall infrastructure development, growth, whatever avenues the government wants to use it as. Now, add to that, there have also been other benefits of the Jan Dhan Aadhaar mobile trinity, the Jan Trinity, which, like you mentioned, is the DBT, direct beneficiary transfers. 62 million or something is the number of citizens who now avail of these direct benefits from the government. No middleman, no reason to doubt
queuing up at the banks,
no queuing up at banks, no papers, and no sort of greasing hands to get that money. It's coming straight to your account using the Jan Trinity. And this whole digitization, RuPay cards, 300 million plus RuPay cards issued to sort of formalize the transaction space, cut down on cash. So I think we've got to look at the Jan Dhan Aadhaar mobile Trinity and the Jan Dhan, 9 years of Jan Dhan in this entirety, and not just about opening of bank accounts or zero bank balance accounts.
Interesting, because these have also been 9 years where a lot of people who've been relatively unbanked, and this is where the story matters to the common man. Not so much about how many bank accounts have been opened, how much money these bank accounts have, but that you can now transfer this money to perhaps a rickshawala or the maid who's working at your home. So the people who were relatively unbanked for a very long time now, they all have a bank account, and which essentially means that less cash in hand, more money in the bank accounts, more savings, and so on and so forth.
And
so
which is what we've seen, the 2,000 rupee taken away from the circulation has not really impacted too many people.
Absolutely.
So there is at least visual evidence, if nothing else, that there is lesser cash in circulation.
It's been extremely helpful, but we've run out of time. In fact, we've overshot our limit today discussing 9 years of Jan Dhan. It's all good well for the government. There've been hits, there've been misses. Hopefully we'll come back on that story very, very soon, but that's all we have in this bulletin. Thanks for watching.